Should we talk about it? Should we? Should we talk about it? Well, probably not, but I'm going to because it's everywhere right now, and I just think it's ridiculous how some people are losing sleep over a character design in a video game. It's insane. What's up? It's your boy Dynasty back again with another MK1, MK Uno video because over the weekend we got the trailer that showcased a bunch of new characters, including Tanya. And since Tanya and her new look were showcased, some people love it, some people hate it, people are throwing the race word around, people are throwing a bunch of arguments around, and it's been really interesting to sit back and watch it unfold because me personally, I don't like the way she looks in comparison to the previous way she's looked, but I don't think she looks bad. Does that make any sense? When I thought of Tanya, I actually didn't even think of like MK4 Tanya. I thought of Mortal Kombat Deception Tanya. I'm so used to like the whole like bob bang hairstyle. So when I first saw her in the trailer, I'll keep it real with you, I thought it was definitely a bit different, but it wasn't to the point where I would get on Twitter and harass the face model responsible for Tanya and MK1. And it seems like there is a bunch of people who are that insane and that upset and bent out of shape that a video game character looks different. The wild thing about this is when we got the announcement trailer, I didn't really see anybody complain too much about Raiden. There were some people who complained about Raiden looking different, but for the most part, universally, once we found out it was Raiden and not like another version of Kung Lao, most people were like, wow, this is interesting, it's definitely different. And that's kind of what I thought would set the tone for big, drastic changes like this. And people are taking this screenshot from the trailer and just tearing it apart. Now, obviously, I believe in your free speech. So if you don't like the way she looks, you're entitled to that opinion. I myself said I don't prefer this to the previous looks, but by no means do I think that this looks bad. I just simply take this as a new look on the character. Again, it's not my preference, and it's really just the hair that's throwing me off. And look there's already edits that have the hair fixed with the bangs. Because when I think of Tanya, I think of the bangs in yellow and glowing eyes. That's all I think. And look the bangs are here at this quick fix on the render, which is something that I'm sure you'll probably have the ability to change in a skin or two. So people are going apeshit, going nuts, pushing these weird narratives about the studio trying to do certain things, and it's like, until we actually hear from the studio, I would just not like to assume, but it's gonna happen. Again, if you want to feel a certain type of way, you can. I'm not telling you not to, but it just doesn't affect me at all. And I'm saying this as a Hispanic white male that looks homeless. So yes, I have no place here to even give an opinion about what looks good and doesn't, but I don't think it looks bad. The only thing I was really initially missing when I first saw that first look at her was the glowing eyes, and the glowing eyes are actually part of her gameplay now. So they gave that like its whole interesting dynamic as well. So she doesn't have to have, you know, the glowing eyes 24/7. It'll just be used as her like power per se. So I don't mind that. Johnny Cage lost his green aura. Like, she's at least still got the glowing eyes in some capacity, right? And as far as I know, this is the face model, Sydney Cross, and I think she's beautiful. And some people are attacking Sydney Cross, trying to harass her to the point where she like forces NetherRealm Studios to pull the plug on the way the character looks. And it's like, I think she's a beautiful woman. What's the big deal here? Again, initially, I was kind of taken aback by it, but I've been like that for every new character change. This is a new era. Things are going to be different, even in canon. So, is this really too shocking to know that she has a different hairstyle? They even kept the lore with Melina in the main story, and it was kind of teased by Dom over the weekend that might actually come into play in the game's main story mode. So if all we're really complaining about is some slight changes to the appearance, is it really worth it at the end of the day to harass the voice actors and the face model behind the character? Like, that just seems a bit too drastic. Me, myself, I took it for what it was. I'm not the studio, and I'm moving on with my day. And some people are just, oh man, it's a video game character. And again, this has been on my feed all day, all weekend, just seeing people argue about how the new look looks like shit. Again, they're bringing up these narratives that may or may not be real. I'll let you be the choice. You can assume what you want. But people are just going off, and it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I thought this was a good discussion between Baylina and Jigs. Jigs is like, I'm not a fan of your new look at all, and I have my right to that opinion. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go around crying about it, though. And then Baylina comes back with one thing is not liking your design, which, again, we can all admit there's some changes that we probably would want, but we got people making fun of her appearance and features, and that's not cool, and it's the truth, and they're going and attacking the people who were behind the face model. Is it really that deep? Jig said that Tanya looks like Shiva. I mean, just listen to some of the stuff being said about this. It's pretty crazy how a character's design can be taken this serious.
Look at your drawings. Does she not? It's like they took every stereotype caricature, because people are like, oh, you're racist, you don't like her because she has African features, the full lips, the wide nose, all that. Well, the lips, it's not even just full lips, it's that her face is so narrow that her mouth is taking up a good 30% of her entire face. It's the mouth is huge, not just full lips. The mouth is gigantic. She has a horse face shape. This out, you know what? This isn't a real person. Don't come at me. This isn't a real person. I think supporting this is more, I mean, not necessarily supporting is more racist. Maybe there are some people who like it better. I have a hard time believing that they genuinely like it better. I think for a lot of people, it makes them feel better because the ones who do like it, because it's like, oh, I'm not threatened by a character on a screen. Like, I don't feel like it's not encouraging me to go to the gym. It's not encouraging me to clean up my diet. It's not encouraging me to be healthy. It's not encouraging me to shower.
People are allowed to like this design, and there doesn't have to be some weird narrative behind it. People are allowed to hate this design, and there doesn't have to be some weird narrative behind it. Can we just keep it for what it is and be respectful to the fucking voice model and actor Tanya? It's just fucking weird. I understand everybody has their own opinion. Like I said, for me personally, only thing I would change would be giving the old hairstyle back to her, and that's it, really. I'm cool with it. There's gotta be changes. Raiden looks completely different. Where's the outpouring for Raiden when he got reset? You know what I mean? It's just weird. And I wish that we could all just be friends and hold hands and sing Kumbaya and touch some fucking grass. Do I like the way she looks? Yeah, I think she looks cool. Is it the Tanya that I would have loved and wanted? Not necessarily, but I don't think by any means is this a bad Tanya. Does that make sense? It's just a new Tanya. It's not a bad Tanya. Save yourself the headache. Don't go on social media and just type in Tanya, because I'm telling you, if you give one opinion, you're one thing. If you give another opinion, you're another thing. I just wish we could focus on the game itself without these weird narratives and assumptions on, God, man. It's Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal Kombat. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. I think tomorrow I'll probably give my thoughts on Ermac's look. But I just needed to talk about this because if you are those people who are going crazy about this and pushing for one side, do what you got to do, but at the same time, just be respectful and keep in mind that to some of us, it's really not that deep. It really isn't. So hopefully this is an interesting discussion in the comment section. Hopefully I didn't get canceled for just trying to fence sit and be real and optimistic here with the new Tanya, but we'll see what happens. It's... fuck, dude. Maybe I'll never see you again after this one. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Give me your thoughts on what you think about Tanya and MK1, MK1. I had to just talk about this because, again, it's everywhere. And some of it I feel like is just completely blown out of proportion. So, where do you stand? See you later.
On it crack, but I'm not superstar.